Hi, this is Dr. Mesa. As a counselor, I'm hearing this more and more. We're giving everything to our adult child, but they're not stepping forward. And at the same time, young adults are saying, I feel stuck, overwhelmed, and unmotivated. So what we're seeing is tension on both sides. Let's slow this down and understand why this is happening. This is not just a character issue, and it's not simply a generational problem. Many young adults today are navigating a very different environment. First, economic pressure. Housing is more expensive, wages haven't kept up, and many are carrying significant student loan debt. Some have degrees in fields with limited job opportunities, so even when they want to move forward, the path feels delayed or out of reach. Second, development was disrupted during the COVID-19 pandemic. During critical years, many missed out on in-person school, work experience, and social interaction, which is where confidence, independence, and problem-solving skills are typically built. Third, there's been increased isolation. Less face-to-face interaction has led to gaps in communication skills, workplace readiness, and even basic confidence in navigating real-world situations. Fourth, limited opportunities can lead to discouragement. When someone applies repeatedly and hears nothing back, it's easy to shut down and stop trying. And then we see increased anxiety, distraction, and avoidance. Things like excessive gaming or substance use often aren't rebellion. They're coping mechanisms for feeling overwhelmed or behind. And finally, in many cases, there are underdeveloped life skills: discipline, follow-through, time management, and distress tolerance. So what we're really seeing is a gap between capacity and expectation. And here's where families often get stuck. Parents increase support while decreasing expectations. But when that happens, we unintentionally reinforce dependency instead of growth. So how do we shift this? As parents, your role changes when your child becomes an adult. You move from managing to guiding, but with structure, not you're entitled, but I love you and here's what's required to live here. That means clearly defining contribution in the home, effort toward work, school, or skill building, and expectations for consistency and progress. And here's the key: support must be connected to responsibility. Housing, car payments, insurance, these are not automatic in adulthood. They are supports that should be tied to effort and follow through, and consistency matters. If expectations are not followed through, the boundary isn't real. But this is not about control, it's about preparation. You're not pushing your child away, you're helping them step into adulthood. And if you're a young adult listening, this part matters. Feeling stuck does not mean you're incapable, but it also doesn't remove responsibility. Scripture reminds us in Colossians 3:23 to work at everything with all your heart, not based on how you feel, but with consistency. Growth doesn't come from waiting for motivation. It comes from showing up anyway. You don't need to fix your entire life overnight. Start small. Wake up at the same time each day. Take on one responsibility. Apply for one opportunity. Build one skill. Then repeat it. That's how discipline is built. Sometimes what looks like unwillingness is actually a lack of structure, practice, and confidence, and those can be developed. Healthy families hold both truths. I care about you, and I expect you to grow. Because real support doesn't keep you comfortable, it helps you become responsible, capable, and ready for life.